Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where this time we're going to be taking a look at a little bit more of Ralph McQuarrie's artwork from the original Star Wars movies. I think people really enjoyed the first one. Ralph McQuarrie is a phenomenal part of the Star Wars universe and all of his contributions. What better way to honor him even further by just taking a deep dive into some of his work and, appreciating it. This one here, Battle of Hoth, we see the Tauntaun's early design. It was more of like a brown rodent creature. The original AT-ATs in the background, really cool. Continuing with the Hoth theme, we got this one, and I really like how he kind of elevated the backdrop of Hoth from being this barren, snowy wasteland to kind of having all the blue coloration, something that's still prevalent in the film. It contrasts so well with the snow and the ice and really adds a lot of layers to the lighting. So, really cool. Here we have this is what I believe is some early concept of the Ewoks. We have these creatures that are kind of similar to Ewoks. At this time, they were like based on the water and like these floating teepee style houses. This would evolve later into the little teddy bear like creatures that would be in the trees and indoor that we ultimately got in the final product. Staying with the Ewoks, here we have the Ewok tree villages, and there's some type of troll like monster thing that is terrorizing them. This was an idea for something that would originally be part of the movie, but was ultimately scrapped. It exists only in concept art, and it's kind of bizarre, kind of stands out. Doesn't necessarily seem Star Warsy, but it does at the same time. Um, Really cool. I wonder if that's a creature they would consider bringing back at some point. A lot of potential there for some storylines if they ever wanted to revisit Endor and the Ewoks or anything of that nature. And next up, we have one of the most iconic scenes of Star Wars, the Mos Eisley Spaceport. Here we have some sand troopers patrolling. We've got some of the patrons, some of the mysterious folk that frequent the cantina, just kind of walking through the streets. See the orange backdrop with the two suns definitely gives like a very um, sunset kind of vibe. I'm trying to think of how to describe it, but it's really cool because it really throws you in right into Tatooine. And the this is the cantina itself. We see a stormtrooper patrolling. We see some of the patrons. See C3PO and R2D2 off in the corner there. Definitely looks a lot more kind of fancy in design from the very simple Cantina Bar that we got in the final product, but still get the idea of it being a rather unsafe place for patrons and especially people hiding out from the Empire, as you see with the stormtroopers' presence. Here we have concept art of the Death Star trench run. We've got an X-wing. We've got the um, kind of the jet propulsion streaks of reddish orange fire shooting out. Absolutely beautiful image. I would love to have this one framed and just put on a wall somewhere because just really cool. Just really screams like a space battle. And obviously the trench run scene with the X-wings and the Death Stars, one of the like first really iconic big battle scenes that we got in Star Wars. So cool to see a piece of that. And here we have the aftermath of Luke's duel on Bespin with him hanging on for dear life at the bottom of that shaft that he dropped down to escape from Vader. Again, with the Cloud City, you've got the backdrop, the gorgeous skies, and the clouds kind of layering in and out. You've got Luke looking very, very particularly blonde in this picture. and he's just hanging around, waiting for the Millennium Falcon to come and pick him up. Not too much different here from the final scene. Obviously, some of the colors and set designs changed, but the basic idea is the same. This almost looks like a screenshot. This is the band from Jabba's Palace. Got Max Rebo and the crew jamming it up. Salacious Crumb hanging out there in the background. Just awesome use of alien designs in Star Wars. The Jabba Palace scene is awesome. Very similar to the cantina, in which you've got all these aliens in the background and you want to learn more about them, and you see the music as part of a culture that's very intriguing. And finally, here we have Luke and the Emperor unleashing unlimited power into Luke's soul. Vader nowhere to be seen in this image, but as far as a creepy design for Palpatine, I mean, he looks like a ghoul here. Like, look at that bluish face with the beady yellow and red eyes. Like, really creepy. You can feel the pain going through Luke's body just based on the way he looks and his expressions. That iconic window of the Death Star where Palpatine can look out and see the battle happening and see his foretold victories. Really cool. And like I said, Ralph McQuarrie just does a phenomenal job in capturing the essence of Star Wars. So, yep, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know if you want to see more Ralph McQuarrie concept art. Love looking at these. Just really gets me in a great mood to just dive into the imagery of Star Wars that's so iconic. And um, yeah, if you liked the video, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Appreciate you watching. And as always, may the force be with you. Now let's blow up that like button and go home.